In order to create a script file to use with MySQL to run SQL commands from a file, all you have to do is use a plain text editor. I'll use vim for mine, and then I'll call my file my first SQL script file.sql. And I've already filled out this file with 3 different lines of code. The first one is use world master. That just tells it to use the world master database. You have to have a database in use in order to be able to run the next 2 commands, selecting from tables. The next command is select star from city, limit 10, and it's terminated with a semicolon. The semicolon means that you want to output the records in the default fashion, which is horizontally. So the records are going horizontally across. The second one, select star from country, limit 10, and I have a typo in there. Let me fix that real quick. Country, limit 10, is terminated with a \G. \G indicates that the records are going to be outputted in a vertical fashion. So I'll right and quit this file. Now I'll go and log into MySQL. And from this point, all I have to do is tell it to run my file using the source command. So I use source and then the path to my file. And I'm going to use the tilde shortcut here for my home directory. So that means going into my home directory, and then the name of the file is my first SQL script file.sql. And I'll run this thing. And I get a whole bunch of information that just scrolled by. I'm going to scroll back up so we can look at it. First thing after it ran was it tells me that the database was changed. Then I get the horizontal output from that first SQL statement, which is the selecting the first 10 records from the city table. Next, I get the vertical output. This vertical output here shows each record printed vertically. So that's row 1, then row 2, then row 3, and so on till we get to the end down here with row 10. And that is how to run a SQL file using the source command. Alternatively, you could also exit the MySQL command line client. Now you're back at the Linux command line. When I run my command to log into MySQL, I can put an arrow at the end of it, meaning I'm going to redirect information into it, and then all I have to do is give it the name of my file. So again, I'll use the tilde for my shortcut, and then tell it my first script file.sql, and that will run the source file at the command line right when I log in. So I'll have to put in my password, and notice we get that same output. So there are 2 different ways to run that SQL file. And that concludes this demonstration.